All kinds of folks like Libras and Virgos and Scorpios. A whole bunch of Scorpios on the phone, I guess, because of the things you said about them this morning here, William. Good morning. Hello, QZoo.
Yes.
Yes.
Hi, what's your name?
I'd like to have Mr. Lamb give my horoscope.
What's your name?
My name is Fred.
Fred. And your birthday, Fred?
It's 2/14/48.
What does that mean?
That means he's very independent and not
February the 14th. Oh, there you go.
What time of day are you born, Fred?
1 a.m. in the morning.
1 a.m. in the morning should give you Capricorn ascendant. You're very serious about things normally. Acted older than your years as a child, would you say?
Yes.
Yes. And you're not easily supervised. You may be in business for yourself or manage people, but you don't like bosses too much.
Well, you hit it right on the head.
Are you a criminal, Fred? I just felt that, you know. Oh, maybe you robbed banks or something there, Fred.
You know, Aquarius is a sign of humor, Fred, and you need a little humor at this point.
That's for sure.
Yeah, I think jobs has been real intense the last couple of weeks. I would tell you that you're likely to stay with a lot of intensity, more responsibility than average into the new year, January or such. Are you self-employed?
I was up until about a year ago, but I'm pretty much my own boss in my position right now.
Right.
Sold pot to Lawton Giles, huh? No, just kidding.
Tell me anything about my love life.
Yes, I would tell you romantically, things are really going to get better, but you have to give it about 3 weeks, Fred. I think you've had some heated exchange in the last couple of weeks, but that intensity will even out much better after Thanksgiving, the first part of December. Have you had a big argument about 10 days ago?
Exactly.
Yeah. Listen, don't let it get you down at this point. Wait into about the 1st of December. Things get better, Fred, okay?
Okay.
But don't push the issue.
Okay.
Sure, Fred, things could be worse. You could be answering phones here. Good morning. Hello, QZoo. Just kidding. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hi.
You're a Scorpio too, right?
Sure am.
What's your first name?
Lorne.
Lorne, and your birthday?
10/27/52.
Boy, you are right in the middle of too much behavior, too much responsibility. You might have car problems or something. Do you, Lorne?
No.
Good. Well, that's good. Mercury's right near your sun, so you've got a lot of places to go, a lot of things to do, more responsibility than average. What time of day are you born?
6:23 in the morning.
Oh, you're a double Scorpio. Boy, nobody can get anything out of you. You're good at keeping secrets, right?
Yeah, I would say.
I would say, too. And you're also very handy. Listen, you'll make a lot of money this winter, Lauren. Mars goes into your sign the middle of December, and that's true for all Scorpios. Real ambitious winter, all the way up into the end of February, okay?
I'm glad to hear that. I just started my own business.
There you go. Right on schedule, too. See,
right.
You do have too much to do.
All right.
Thanks a lot. 842 right here at Q Morning Zoo. You know, one thing I've noticed, that whenever we have William on and we talk about astrology, the signs that call off immediately are the very aggressive ones, or known to be aggressive, right?
Yeah.
The Tauruses, the Scorpios.
The fixed signs.
Right. But the Geminis are always reluctant to call up. Guys like Gemini, they're sitting there discussing it with themselves.
Right.
I wonder if I should. No, I don't think you should. I don't think you should. You'll embarrass yourself. Those guys will make fun of you. Good morning. Hello, QZoo. How you doing this morning?
Real good. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Hi, what's your name?
Gary.
Gary, and your birthday?
8/10/64.
8/10/64. The time of day you're born?
7 a.m.
7 a.m. So you're really very modest in your personality. Even though you're pretty confident to yourself, you don't always show that real well, right?
True.
Would you say?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you are Virgo rising, makes you very analytical, modest personality. Job changes for you, Gary. It seems like your job's got you right up against the wall at this point. Are you trying to change or start to look for a different job or something?
Actually, I'm unemployed.
Yeah.
But I'm going to look for one, yeah.
Yeah, that's not very far away. I would tell you just about immediately after Christmas, you've got yourself a good, fresh start work-wise, all right?
Very good.
Thanks for calling.
Good morning, Libra. How you doing?
Oh, pretty good.
Likable Libra. Now we're cooking. What's your name?
I'm Pat.
Pat, and your birthday?
October 18th, 44.
10/18/44, and the time of day you're born?
11:11 p.m.
11:11 p.m. You should have seen nice improvements in your family and home situation this entire year. You could have had a grandbaby. You could have seen a child get happily married or something of that ilk. Anything like that?
Yes, I had my daughter get married.
Good. Excellent. And that's a load off your mind, isn't it, Libra?
Sure is.
Get her out of there.
Yeah, listen, you've got some nice home changes. You're going to redecorate, repaint the place, I think, in about the end of January, those first 60 days of 88. Do you know about that?
Well, we've been looking for a place to buy.
Yeah, you will buy a place that'll please you well before the 1st of March.
All right.
Okay?
Okay.
Thanks for calling.
Now watch them swamp to the phones now. The Geminis are on the phone. Place is crawling with Geminis now. What is this? Good morning. Hello. The power of suggestion. I think.
Morning, how are you?
Hi, what's your name?
Don,
Don, your birthday?
June 18th, 1955.
6/18/55. Time of day you're born?
3:02 a.m.
3:02 a.m. should give me... Do you have a boyish smile?
I don't know.
Is it easy to get up in the morning?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you like cars big time. You like to work on them, ride in them, talk about them, go see them, etc.
Got it.
Yeah, you are Aries rising, Don. You should be in an awfully nice romance. You've made very big money headway in the last 12 months, and you may have a romance that's gone very well for about 6-7 months. Anything like that?
Well, the romance has been for about 12 years.
Okay, okay.
I hope she's listening.
There you go. But you have made some financial progress in the last year, haven't you?
Have.
Good. I would tell you even more, honestly, even more financial progress in 88.
Hey.
About March, April, looks like a big increase there. I don't know how that happens. Income, something of that nature, March and April, okay?
That's the goal set, believe it or not.
I know where William got the thing about romance in the past 6 months here, sir.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah,
Don't say it out loud.
No, well, you've been ordering things out of the back of Penthouse, haven't you?
Wait a minute.
So-
Gemini is the sign of magazines.
well, thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you.
All right. William Lamb is on the radio. We're discussing what it's like here for you on November the 13th, Friday.
Who's funnier, the cops or the criminals?
What's he doing up on top of Washington Arch?
I don't know. Maybe he's trying to get even with the pigeons.
You'll get booked for laughing on Barney Miller, weeknights at 7:30 on WTOG-TV, Your 44. Then tonight at 8 on Your 44. What do you do on the evening of Friday the 13th? That's what, in the free television premiere of Friday the 13th, Part 3.
He had a knife, and he attacked me with it.
He's back.
Jason! It's all done, Jason.
Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Weeknights at 7:30, Barney Miller. Tonight at 8, Friday the 13th, Part 3. And tomorrow night at 10, the terror continues on Friday the 13th, the series. All on WTOG-TV. Your 44.
44's here with me. Yes, we've got personality.
Keep on school you down when the days are so hot. You can stay cool and it won't cost a lot.
So, what do you think?
Well, I think it's nice. That was the summer heat pump campaign, but it's winter and we need new lyrics. You're the writer.
Hey, but heat pumps keep it cooler in the summer.
Yeah, and warmer in the winter. You see, when it's cold, a heat pump will save you up to 50% on electric bills. So we've just got to try some new lyrics.
How about this?
Heat pumps warm you up when the winter winds blow. You can stay warm without spending much dough.
Hey, how'd you do that?
With a heat pump.
Oh, can they do it again?
Heat pumps warm you up when the winter winds blow. You can stay warm without spending much dough. Heat pumps warm you up.
I got a heat pump. It'll warm you up. Call Tampa Electric for details.
Howdy, I'm Jack Harris. Come join me and help celebrate the new year this Friday night at Acura of Tampa. Now, Acura of Tampa is introducing the new year with a 1988 Acura Legend LS sedan and the Acura Legend Coupe, and they're taking early reservations for the 1988 Acura Integras. The Legend is Motor Trend's 1987 Import Car of the Year, rated #1 in styling, design, quality control, drive, ride, and chassis dynamics. The Integra was rated #1 for dollar value, and on top of that, the Acura was rated #1 in the J.D. Power's Customer Satisfaction Index. Acura of Tampa, the Bay Area's top Acura dealer with a great car, a great sales staff, the finest service department, and the 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty. Teaming up with Q105 to bring you a New Year's celebration this Friday night from 5 until 8. Join me for music, QZoo goodies, and complimentary food from Alessi Farmers Market as long as it lasts. No purchase necessary. Get there early to make your reservation reservation for an Acura Integra at Acura of Tampa on Dale Mabry, 1.5 miles north of the stadium.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, here she is back again with a magic hand to reach into the box there of all the people who have registered this morning here for the special Tina Turner front row seats.
And our winner, according to the delicate limbs of Jinx, is Shelley Oblanes. Shelley Oblanes of Largo, or Oblanes, or something like that, of Largo. You got it. You're going to be sitting on the front row with Tina Turner. Got yourself a T-shirt, too.
Woo! Hello, good morning, QZoo. You get one of those two-part jokes for me?
You know how you catch hearing aids?
Uh-oh. How do you catch hearing aids? In 10 minutes, you get the punchline to that one.
Wheeler, Jack, Harrison, friends on the
Jennifer Warren's and Bill Medley right here at your Q Morning Zoo. Cleveland and Jack at 8:54, and William Lamb is with us. He's our resident astrologer here at the Q Zoo.
I want to ask William something about you. Now, you're a Gemini, right?
Mm-hmm.
When were you born?
I was born June 15th, 1948.
No, I mean, what hour of the day?
Oh, about 6:15. I don't know the exact time.
About 6:15?
In the morning.
Now, what I want to know about him is he going to be able to lose weight? Does he have a because he's on this Nutrisystem diet. We know 10,000 people that have lost a total of 20,000 pounds, and he's lost a pound. There's something wrong. And I just want to know if being a Gemini, born at 6:15, is he going to be able to lose any weight, or has he got a tendency against that, even with Nutrisystem?
Well, and actually, Cleveland is a double Gemini, and I would tell you, yes, he will lose some weight, but it may be a little later, January, February.
Wow, there's my $5. Because you know what? One of the way the Nutrisystem diet works is they give you food that's like regular food, except it's not fattening food, so you're able to cut way down on the calories and everything. So they brought a batch of food by for him the other day, and he ate it all at once. Which isn't the way you're supposed to do it. I think you get a week at a time or something like that, right?
It was supposed to be so good for you. You know, the more you ate, the more you lost.
Well, he's down a pound from Nutrisystem anyway. I mean, you look at people like Shauna and Carol. The whole zoo has lost about maybe, 40 or 50 pounds? 55 pounds total?
That's right, yeah. Between Carol Johnson and Shauna, probably as much as 50, right?
Yeah, and you add Cleveland in, it's 51.
Now, have you got a bet going on here?
I've got a little $5 bet going.
You'll have that money spent before he loses his weight.
Oh, there you go. I'm putting my money where his mouth is.
Thanks a lot.
But he is on the diet. If you want to join the Nutrisystem diet, do like Carol and Shauna, and certainly not like Cleveland. You can call him in Clearwater at 791-4334 or Newport Richie at 869-1817. Lose all the weight you can by Thanksgiving. Oh, my. For only $69. What a terrible time to lose weight.
Do as I say, not as I do. Okay? and now we have the end of that punchline on the joke there. If you want to hear the punchline, turn the radio up. If you don't want to hear it, turn it down. Here we go.
By listening to too many assholes.
Hi, this is Lee Greenwood. This is one of my favorite songs of all time. Good morning from the Q Morning Zoo.
Rise and shine with folks like you.
Good morning from the Q Morning Zoo. Get up with the Morning Q Zoo.
The president of Nicaragua to reveal a ceasefire plan in Washington today. Police in Tampa had a touchy situation to defuse this morning, and we've got a beautiful Friday the 13th. Good morning. This is Pat Brooks.
This is Roger Schulman.
And this is a Friday, November 13th edition, your Q News magazine. And here is Nancy in the sky to wrap up morning traffic for the Tire Kingdom Go Patrol.
The only kind of Friday the 13th jinx there seems to have been traffic-wise this morning is that people were afraid to go to work. Overall, Friday traffic has been really on the lean side. The bridges are fine. Interstates are in good shape. Only one thing to watch for along Spruce at the airport exit. A car went off the roadway and into a drainage ditch. We understand there is only minor injuries there, but there is still some emergency activity. I'm Nancy Alexander for the Tire Kingdom Go Patrol.
Thank you, Nancy. We have a footnote to that Go Patrol report. St. Pete Fire Rescue units have sent 2 ambulances to the site of the new stadium where at least 2 people were hurt in some sort of electrical accident. We'll keep you up to date on the situation on the accident at the stadium construction site in St. Pete. There are a lot of officials in Washington today trying to stop the war in Nicaragua. Nicaraguan President Daniel Ortega is in town, as are contra-leaders and the Catholic Cardinal of Nicaragua, who is to act as a go-between if ceasefire talks do get off the ground. Ortega was to present his ideas to the Cardinal today. Here he is speaking through an interpreter.
I am going to present the 11-point proposal of Nicaragua for the ceasefire. In other words, I am going to officially submit this proposal to the Cardinal, and we are going to form the team that is going to work on the mediation for the ceasefire.
2 men robbed a 3rd man early today. Between 5:15 and 6, held some children in a Riverview Terrace housing complex apartment hostage. Police say the men ran into 310 Court C of the complex as police chased them. They then later ran out and were captured. Police say none of the children inside were hurt. A man's hospitalized in critical condition after an incident this morning after a car chase from Pinellas into Hillsborough County. A Pinellas deputy chased a car on numerous criminal traffic charges in Pinellas County on 580. The car crashed into a ditch at Hillsborough and Sussex, and the deputy attempted to arrest the driver. During the scuffle, the deputy's gun went off, critically injuring the man. The deputy's okay. Hillsborough County's handling the investigation. That accident happened around 2 this morning. The man who prosecuted serial killer Bobby Joe Long says yesterday's court decision should not have much effect on the convicted killer's future. Prosecutor Mike Benito says Bobby Joe Long will remain on death row.
Well, the Supreme Court said in the Pasco County case that his confession was no good because the deputies and detectives should have given him a lawyer before they questioned him. In Hillsborough County, he waived his right to appeal that confession. So he did so because I had 9 chances of seeking the death penalty for him in Hillsborough County. I told him if he gave up that right, I would seek the death penalty only one time. He rolled the dice, and he lost. And as far as appealing that to the Supreme Court, he waived his right freely, voluntarily, and intelligently. So they're going to, unless they can show that he was not in his right mind when he made the plea agreement, which they cannot do because he did so voluntarily, I think we're going to be fine on appeal.
Long was given the death penalty for 1 Pasco and 1 Hillsborough killing. He remains on death row for the Hillsborough killing.
The controversial teen night spot chances on waters will remain open, but there are some stipulations. Some precautions will be taken at the club where several fights have broken out in the parking lots.
Hillsborough State Attorney Bill James says chances must provide additional security personnel, including...
The judge entered an order directing that the chances provide security guards for the 2 adjoining parking lots in order to keep people from going to chances parking in those lots. That should tend to keep chances from being overcrowded.
James says instead of closing at 1, the team now shut down at 12:30 a.m. and people over 18 are not allowed in the place. James says if things should get out of hand, the state would be back in court seeking a restraining order. I'm Renee Heath for Q105.
Hillsborough County Commission Chairwoman Pam Iorio met with residents in northwest Hillsborough County last night, assuring them she is behind their efforts to fight the high-voltage power line proposed for that area. Concerns have been raised over the low-level magnetic fields that can increase the risk of cancer.
Stock prices in Tokyo skyrocketed today to the 3rd highest single-day gain on record. One of the reasons for the gain in share prices is yesterday's report that the U.S. trade deficit shrank in September. There may be a snag in the deficit reduction talks between the White House and Congress just hours after suggesting a compromise was at hand. Lawmakers say they're bogged down again.
And tomorrow will be a day to remember at North Shore Park in downtown St. Petersburg as the Kids and Cubs softball game kicks off at 1:45. Then a concert by Al Downing and his band there at 3. And at sunset, hospice care volunteers, people who serve the terminally ill and their families, will hold a 1,200 candle memorial tribute symbolizing the 1,200 patients and families served in Pinellas County this year. That event tomorrow salutes Hospice Care's 10th anniversary. Coming up next, Mark Champion with sports and Alan with the weekend weather. A longtime St. Petersburg church organist was shot and killed early last night. The dead woman, identified as 72-year-old Charlene B. Alexander of 216 7th Avenue Northeast. Neighbors found her about 5:30 last evening in the entranceway to her home after hearing screams followed by gunshots. A couple of witnesses have reported seeing a young white man leaving the house about that time. Mrs. Alexander had retired after 38 years as church organist at the Christ United Methodist Church on 1st Avenue North. A 13-year-old girl was raped and severely beaten last night in southeastern Hillsborough County. Deputies say an EMS unit found the child at the intersection of County Road 672 and Bomboyette Road. Shortly after 10, she was transported to the hospital by the Sheriff's Department helicopter. 21-year-old Todd Mendick joked and laughed as a Lake County jury found him guilty of first-degree murder and 3 other felony counts yesterday. He was found guilty of the kidnapping, rape, and murder of convenience store clerk 23-year-old Leanne Larman in Spring Hill of last April.
The Tampa Water Department goes to City Council on Thursday with a proposed resolution to add fluoride to Tampa's water supply.
If approved, Tampa would join other major cities in the U.S. that are providing fluoridated water systems. Dr. Dave Stackhouse, dental director of Hillsborough County Health Department, says the program will be good for residents. For one, it will reduce tooth decay, which is a leading disease among children.
Our problem is probably, I'd say, 60 to 70% of the children have bad cavities. And I think you're seeing improvement of between Probably about a 50% improvement on that.
As for those who say fluoridation could cause health problems such as cancer, Stackhouse says that is not substantiated by any medical or scientific research. I'm Renee Heath for Q105.
Water officials say that program could be fully implemented in about 6 months if given approval.
And in our continuing education section this morning, Roger, you might want to listen to this while you have your ears on. St. Pete Junior College hosts a college night and open house combination event tonight from 7 to 9 at the St. Pete campus. That's at 6605 5th Avenue North. Representatives from over 100 colleges and universities will be there with information from around the nation about their institutions. There will also be electronic and robotic demonstrations, planetarium mini shows, basketball demonstration, men's and women's, dance, music, and refreshments. And then that whole show moves to, well, I don't know if everything is going there, but the college representatives will be going to the Clearwater campus of St. Pete JC on Wednesday night.
Hopefully they'll take their basketball demonstration with them.
Well, there's a very important...
Can you major in basketball in St. Pete Junior
Why don't you go and find out?
Right,
Good
I'll
idea.
Go.
Do it. Coming up next, it's Jack Harris in for the Ailing Mark Champion with sports and Alan Archer with the weather.